Hey, Funko Monsters, it's me, the Funko Monster. With Halloween being here now, in the moment, I would like to, I just thought, why not make this a little fun video. I'm going to do my top 10 favorite horror movie Funko Pops. Now, this list is completely subjective. This is my opinion. It is filled with bias. So, I just, wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And, there's only one criteria as to what's considered a horror movie. If you go on Google and you type in the movie and you look at the genre of the movie, and if it says horror, it counts on my list. So like Jaws, a lot of people consider that movie to be a horror movie, but horror adjacent, yes, horror elements, yes, but definitely not a full-blown horror movie. And if you look it up on Google, it says adventure thriller. And thriller, while thriller is a little bit horror, no, doesn't count. So I just wanted to quickly go over my honorable mentions. I do have 3, and I might actually add another one for a second. But yeah, so here are my honorable mentions. First up on the honorable mentions list is Hannibal Lecter. This is the original Hannibal Lecter Funko Pop, and I love the design of this pop. And obviously you can tell this is a very early stage of the pop line, and I just love how he's strapped on the dolly there, and the mask looks really cool, and it's such a unique pop of his time. It was definitely ahead of his time too. I really like the recent Hannibal Lecter pop that they made with the blood when he was in the cell beating the fuck out of the guard. I like that pop too, and that could have easily made it on honorable mentions as well. But yeah, so we got Hannibal Lecter, and then next up, this is in no particular order. Next up is Pinhead. I've always loved the design of this pop, even though he's barely in the first movie. I haven't seen the second or third or anything, but I still really like this pop. I love the pins on his head. I do wish maybe they were a little bit longer, just so it'll look a little bit cooler. But even the body of the pop is really cool too. So yeah, there you go. Look at that, nice. Next up for honorable mentions is the Mutant. To be quite honest, I don't even know what movie this is from. I think it's called This Island Earth. I haven't seen the film, but I just really love the look of this pop. You can see the head's awesome, the colors are really cool. It's kind of creepy too, it's very eye catching, right? And I love the color blue, and this just looks really, really cool. I love the hands, the eyes. This is just a solid pop all the way around. So yeah, the Mutant. Basically, he's an alien, but speaking of alien, here is the last honorable mention, the Xenomorph. This actually made my top #1 favorite pop of 2019. Now, if I can go back, I'd probably change it. I don't know. I'm not doing that. So, because I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this pop. I think the head is too big and the body is too small. So if they made the body bigger, that'd be perfect. If they made the head a little bit smaller, that'd be perfect. So I think it's just a little imbalanced. But the details on this pop is insane. It's incredibly accurate. I love the head. I love the teeth. It's just the proportions, the ratio, the head to body ratio is not the greatest. Definitely not well balanced. And so, yeah. So those are my honorable mentions. Let's get into my list. At number 10, it is Chris Washington from the film Get Out. I really enjoyed this film, and this pop is just there's not enough pop sitting on sitting down in single releases, right? They made Dark Side, but obviously that's a bit of a deluxe pop. I wish they would make the Godfather of him sitting in his chair, and I don't know, but this pop's really cool. It's definitely a big part of the movie, and you can even see the cotton of the chair there being ripped open, and I love how you see the tears going down his eyes. Very, very unique looking pop, and I feel like when you see a lot of comments of people just normal people in normal clothing. It's very hard to guess who that would be. This one, you're like, is that the guy from Get Out? Anyways, awesome movie. Highly recommend watching it too. But that is my number 10. Number 9 is Norman Bates from Psycho. Dude, I named my cat after Norman Bates. Like, he's psycho. He is a psycho. I just really like this pop. I love the dress that he's wearing, the bloody knife, the hair looks really cool too. And I really especially like that his real hair pokes out in the front, which is, it was just funny. Although not entirely accurate, the film was in black and white, but that doesn't bother me. I'd prefer a color, obviously, but yeah, Norman Bates, number 9, very cool pop. Next up is the monster from A Quiet Place. In my review, I really was like disturbed by this pop, but time heals all wounds, and this is a really impressive pop. I do wish it was a little bit bigger though, but for what it is, it's really cool. I love the body, how it's just molded. The head looks really cool. I still find myself a little bit disturbed by the head, but my God, it's a phenomenal looking pop. And I love the teeth. You can even see the ears, which is the whole point of the pop. And it's just a really, really cool pop. I really do like it, and that is why it is number 8 on my top 10. Next up is The Creature from the Black Lagoon. So this is the common version. This is the retail exclusive, not the glow-in-the-dark or the metallic, which I own both, by the way. Just flexing a little bit. But this is a really, really great pop. This is one of those pops that, like Hannibal Lecter, it was ahead of his time. The sculpting detail on this guy is amazing, and this is definitely a standout from the Universal Monsters, Funko Pop line. Didn't love the movie as much as I wanted to, but still very cool pop, very interesting character, and I love the paint apps, the sculpt is amazing. Yeah, it's just an awesome pop all the way around. So that is my number 7. My number 6 is Patrick Bateman. So this is obviously American Psycho, Christian Bale. I have some conflicting thoughts of this pop because I don't technically consider American Psycho to be a horror movie, but this is a really cool pop. I love the hair sculpt on this guy, and the rain jacket is actually made out of rubber, which is really cool. Funko could have taken an easy way out and just molded it completely in plastic, but no, it is in fact rubber, and it's really cool. The axe looks awesome, and he just looks so calm. Really cool pop, and definitely one of the best of 2020. I didn't make a 2020 top 10 list, so anyways, still really cool pop, and that is my number 6 favorite horror pop. Let's get into the top 5. At number 5, it is David himself from The Lost Boys. My God, I love this pop so much. I have the vampire, the vampire version of David, right? But I still haven't taken him out of that Target exclusive box. I never got around to it. I still have it, but I feel like if I opened that box up and took that pop out and looked at it, I feel like that one could make it a little higher on this list. But with the current situation, this pop is still amazing. I love the hair sculpt, the earrings, really cool. I love that he's eating the rice or the worms or whatever, the noodles. The jacket's awesome. It's just so film screen accurate. Like I love it. I grew up watching Lost Boys, so it does have a special place in my heart. But my God, this pop is amazing. I was so happy when they announced this line too. I have all the pops from this movie, so I hope they make more. But I'm not clamoring for it. But anyways, that is my number 5 favorite horror movie pop. Number 4 is from a fairly recent movie. This is Black Philip. This is from the film The Witch, which is, it was just such a good movie. Oh my god, so weird. Yeah, man. This is obviously the goat from The Witch, and you can just see the bloody horns. I love the head sculpt on this guy. It looks really cool. I love how he has a little menacing smile there. And then the red apple at the bottom of his hoofs. It just pops. No pun intended, but it just pops right at you, and it looks really cool. Definitely a very standout pop, and I knew that, I went out looking for this after I saw the film because I knew people were going to be going after this. And I do believe it is climbing up there in value. I highly recommend watching The Witch for Halloween. It involves like the Salem witch trials. So, obviously Halloween. So I highly recommend watching that. You'll be really creeped out. You'll be thoroughly creeped out. Anyways, let's continue on to my number 3 favorite horror pop, and this one is Shaun from the Shaun of the Dead movie. This is a bit of an old pop, but again, this is ahead of his time. I really do like this pop a lot. I do wish, though, I didn't get the Entertainment Earth bloody variant of this figure, because obviously in the film he has that red gash from the marker or whatever on his outfit, and it's on this pop too, but it's not as noticeable because of all the blood spatter. So that's one thing I regret doing, but I still am very happy to have this pop. I love the paddle, like it has all the wood grains on it. The ties looks good, the hair looks good. It looks like Shaun, and that's what I love about it. So that is my number 3 favorite Funko Pop, horror Funko Pop to be more specific. And then my number 2, which was my number 1 while I was ranking this for a long time, but I had to put it at number 2. It is Regan from The Exorcist. The Exorcist is definitely within my top 5 favorite horror films of all times, and this pop is just so gross. Even the box of the pop has like the green vomit on it, which is just disgusting. Again, one of my favorite films of all times, to be honest with you. I love everything about this pop. The hair, the eyes, the pale greenish skin, the gashes on her face, the puke. And then, the pajamas with the puke all over it. And, such a good-looking pop. And, again, like Shaun, like the Gill Man, like Hannibal Lecter, this pop was, again, ahead of his time. I don't remember what year exactly. It could have been 2015 or 16. And again, a lot of pops were very similar back then. So that's when Funko really started making the pops more detailed. That is my number 2. Now let's get into my number 1. And my number 1 favorite horror Funko Pop is none other than Jack Torrance. Here's Johnny! Yeah, oh my god. Okay. So, to me, this is a perfect pop. Everything about it is just amazing. The stance of the pop, the axe, the hair, the head in general, the clothes, everything. I love this pop. This honestly might be in my top 10 favorite pops of, in general. Never mind horror. And it has the perfect chase, too, obviously. I mean, if you know the chase, he's frozen there. So, my God. This is a phenomenal pop. It looks identical to, what's his name? Jack Nicholson. Like, if you ask someone, like, hey, who's this? They'd be like, and if they've seen the movie, obviously, that's Jack Torrance from The Shining. I just love this pop so much, and I'm so happy Funko made it. And so this is my number 1 favorite horror pop of all times. None other than Jack freaking Torrance. That's it. That is my my top 10 favorite horror Funko Pop. Let's not put another guy with an axe up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do all the good stuff. Let me know your top 10 favorite horror pops. I put anything you'd like, I guess. I mean, you know, there's it's your standard of what pop you want to put in, right? You know, this is just my opinion. I love all these movies, and that's why I have all these pops. Whoa. Yeah, man, I just, you know, my God, I love him. I love it all. Yeah, I'm gonna log off here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a safe Halloween. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.